Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to what is today going to be those must-get boss drops and their items. It's going to be a slightly more mini episode. We've done a few of these before, and we are kicking off at Join Gamehaven. Sadly, this one is for members only, and I wouldn't say it's specifically a boss as such, but you can get yourself some gaming-themed items. So, judging that we're probably all gamers of some description, you never know, you may fancy walking around with some controllers. Join GhostNexus is going to be our next location. Sadly, none of the drops here are going to be AC tag, but you do have some pretty quirky items. It is a mixture of legend ones as well as free player gear. It's not the massive drop list we're sometimes used to seeing, but you can get yourself a flaming fist or a flaming aura ball of some description. I really like those things. They work really well with certain sets, and there's an armor as well. Join Giant is going to be our next location. I don't think you'll probably ever come along here and defeat the giant cat, but it exists, so we have to cover it. And as you can see, it is mostly clawed type objects, as well as a random golden sword thrown in and a paperclip. Goodness knows what all that is about. Join Gluttony is up next, and of course this is part of the 7 Deadly Dragons saga. Honestly, the 7 Deadly Dragon bosses have some of the best item drops in the game, in my opinion. I just really like some of them. They've got some really cool armors going on, and there's a really mixed bag. So we'll of course cover those as and when we come to them in future videos. I'll quickly flick through the Ashfall gear shop as well, just in case anyone's never seen what is inside of there. When you are at this map, there is also a little secret location you can go to. If you click within this little shack, you'll find yourself another boss, and if you do defeat it, you'll be able to get yourself a Theseus morph. Rather randomly, there is also a house item shop right here for you, so if you would like yourself a floor torch, a roasted hero, or indeed some glowworm torches, that is where you can buy them from. Join kathooldepths is up next, and yes, there is a merge shop if you would like to go through and grab any of these bits and bobs. This, of course, is one of those challenge maps, so you will need some people to come along and help with defeating this boss if you would like to take it on. But there are inevitably some items that drop from here. I suspect some of them are probably used within the merge, but I didn't actually pay overly much attention when I was here. We are now going to discuss pirate gear over at Join Granitecove, and this is because most people like pirate stuff. I quite enjoy it, and there are some items that you are able to get as drops and from within the Pirate Queen's booty shop. I'd say it's slightly lacking on free player gear in the shop, but that could just be my eyes misinterpreting everything we've just scrolled past. But if you do go all the way to the Pirate Queen and defeat her, you will find yourself the Blacksea Captain set, which I personally really do like, but that may be because I'm slightly biased towards pirate gear anyway. Join Gravefang for the Rotting Lich General armor. This appears to be the only thing that's really going to drop from him cosmetic wise, and as you can see, that is what it looks like. Everything else is rare, which is a little bit alarming, but supposedly that one is still dropping. Join Greed, back to the 7 Deadly Dragons again. This one, I'd say the main quirk of defeating this boss is all about a little draglin pet that you're able to get. You'll see it in just a second. I don't think it's called a draglin, but it is really quite cool. The Dragon's Treasure Pile house item is also another must-get one from this boss. It fills out your house really well, especially if you have a gold room. There's that dragonoid we spoke of earlier. Sadly, that was for members only, but inevitably there is also an armor set from this boss as well, just in case you want to pick that one up, which is going to be AC tagged. Recently they did update this map, and there's a Hollowborn storyline that goes alongside it. There is this treasure pile if you defeat it, a couple Hollowborn house items that you may fancy picking up, but I suspect you've been along and probably grabbed those already if you have done the updated questline. Join GreenShell is going to be our next location. If you have not ever gone into the Yokai rep shop, there is a class waiting for you, and there is also this Yokai loyalty shop here as well. Obviously the rep shop's at loads of different locations, and I'm sure over the years you've come across it many times and already maxed it out absolutely donkeys ago. The boss at this map has got some quirky little katanas for you. You can get yourself a Doom katana, a Magma katana, and also a morph armor of the boss itself. So what's not to like there? Although that one, again, will be legend. That is a bit of a theme today, rather annoyingly. Join greenguardwest for the Black Knight. This is an absolute classic OG monster, and it still has some really cool runic style weapons. I think the more runic ones, yes, again, are going to be legend only, but there are still free player items you can grab here. I think from memory, isn't it the quest that gives you the armor from the Black Knight? I should really remember that, the amount of times I completed that when I was younger. But yes, Black Knight, don't forget about him, just in case you want anything. Guru Forest also exists. The Wisteria isn't really anything to scream and shout about, I'm afraid, but it is an OG monster, and it has a couple drops. I'm not sure why you'd be grabbing them though. Join Hachiko is where you can find Daitengu, another boss you've probably defeated numerous times in the past, but I do really quite like that katana. The blade of wind that he drops, that is probably my favourite item here. And there's also an armour, just in case you didn't realise it existed. I'm afraid that's all for today, folks. As we said, it was just a mini part, an update in this one. But we will be back for another one incredibly soon with loads more boss drops and their items. So make sure to subscribe and leave the video with a like.